Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this video from. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Aching, and in today's video, I am going to show you how I marinate some of my meats that I prepare for barbecue. Now, in a previous video that I've posted, I prepared a Asian influenced marinade. It had soy sauce, it had pineapple juice, apple juice, yellow onion juice, pear juice, and then it had some rice vinegar and soy sauce, like I mentioned, and it also had sesame oil and black pepper. So I already prepared that marinade. If you have not watched that video, please guys, make sure you watch that video. If this is your first time and you're watching our video and you have not subscribed, please subscribe. We are hoping for 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and if you have already subscribed, thank you very much. So like I was saying, I already prepared the marinade in the previous video. Make sure you check it out. And in this video, I am going to show you one of the meats that I prepare using that marinade. I've already cleaned it. It's already clean. And usually when I clean my meat, I have a previous video that I've posted how I clean my meat. When I clean my meat, I use water, lukewarm water. I add salt in it. I add a lime or lemon and vinegar. And that is just how I love to clean all of my meat. So for this video, I've already cleaned it and it's already drying out because I like the excess water, getting rid of. Yes, like I was saying, I like getting rid of the excess water so that I can be able to get most of the taste from the marinade. So I already had that prepared, and I'm going to show you an easy way of how I marinate and store the meat as it marinates. I try to make my work easy, work smart, not hard kind of thing, because sometimes it can get messy. So I'm just going to show you how I achieve that. So we're going to proceed. Like I've mentioned, I already have my meat ready. It's right here. I already prepared it, and this is the meat that I'll be using. So you can see this is how it looks like. It's thin sliced ribs. This is exactly how it looks like in Korean or Asian barbecue. It's always some sort of this sliced type of meat. So it's still drying out. I'm letting it drying out there. So I'll place this on the side and rinse my hands. At the same token, like I mentioned, I have my marinade right here. It looks amazing. It has lots and lots of flavor. So I'm going to place that on the side. I have this towel right here just to help me control any mess in case. And then I have my Ziploc. I'm going to use a Ziploc to marinate this meat. It's going to be easy, user-friendly, and I just like how Ziploc helps me to control the mess. So what we are going to do, when I'm marinating, I like adding green onions. Green onions have a good flavor that they add to the marinade. So I'm just going to prepare some green onion. I've already cleaned them. I always leave the band on it because it helps me control. And what I'm going to do with this green onion, I'm just going to add it on the marinade. I feel like it releases some good oniony flavor that I like in meat. So I'm not going to be too particular with the chop. Perfect. So that's good for me. I'm going to grab some paper towel because I want to dry out all of the excess water. And I'm just grabbing a bowl so I can be able to transfer this onions right here. I love green onions. It's just something unique about them and their taste. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start by drying out this meat. Do I kind of try to press, then add the next one, do the same. And what I'm trying to do is just to get rid of the excess water since we thoroughly cleaned them. Perfect. So I'm going to let that piece sit for a little bit. As that dries out, I have my Ziploc like I mentioned. And what I usually do, I just spread the Ziploc like so. I'll set this aside. And then I'm going to pour some of our soy sauce so that we can have a base, so that the first layer of meat that goes down, it has a base of marinade that it's going to be placed on. So as you can see, that's how I place the meat. And sometimes I just kind of do this number right here just to make sure that the marinade spreads to the meat. And do the same right here. Then I'm going to grab a fork. So actually this will work better. And for me with this, I'll just be able to kind of make sure that the slices of meat are laying just the way I want them to. So then I'm just going to add just a little bit of green onion here and there on the side. And then add another slice of meat. And here I'll add more juice as I go. And I'm just going to do this motion side to side just to make sure that our meat is being marinated and it's getting all of the juice. So I'm going to return to the same process and try to squeeze out as much excess water as I can. Also during this part, feel free to grab a new set of paper towel. As so, and just press down. There we go. Then I'm going to set this here and just finish up with all this meat. Perfect. Now I'm going to go back to our meat and proceed with the same step of adding the slices of meat. Sometimes you don't want to add too much. The most important thing here is just to make sure that you have everything all of your the slices of the meat covered fully. So I'm just turning the other one just to make sure it gets covered all the way. Proceeding to the next one and the last piece. So what I do right now at this point, set these aside, and I just kind of squeeze it like this, trying to remove all of the air, the excess air from the Ziploc, and then I fold it like so. So what I'm doing now, I'm just massaging it very gentle, making sure that all parts of the meat are exposed to the sauce. So what I'm going to do now, so pretty much this is step one done, and step one is the marinade step. I've already combined the meat with the marinade. I've already ensured that all of the sides are covered with the marinade. So what I'm going to do, I am going to fold it like this, and in the fridge, I'm going to let this rest for 24 hours at least. So what I'm going to do, after 12 hours, I'm going to fold it like this right now when I place it in the fridge. And then after 48 hours, I'm going to turn it over just to make sure the juice that was settling down here, it also sets equally on the other side. So guys, that is all for this step. This is the first step, and then the next step will be preparing the meat. But this part is very important. This is where you create all of the flavors that you want. This is where you just introduce the flavors, the texture that you want to your meat, and this is very important for the how long you let your marinade sit on your meat, because you really want those flavors to really seep in through the meat muscles. Depending on the type of meat that you're preparing, some muscles are hard, some muscles are kind of smooth. It just depends with which part of beef that you are preparing. For this one, it's going to last for 24 hours. I'm going to marinate, change it on the other side after 12 hours, and then we'll proceed to the next step. So let me know what you think about this recipe. Let me know if it's something that you have tried before, but this is one of the many ways I prepare barbecue, or I'm from Kenya, so every time my mind goes to Kenya, but this is the Asian influenced marinade barbecue flavor that I wanted to share with you guys and see what you think about it. So we will proceed to the next step, but first we have to let our meat rest. is ready. I did cut it into pieces so I can be able to store it in this storage container, and then when I'm ready, I just cover it and place it on the fridge. But as you can see, guys, the meat looks amazing. It is extremely tender, and that is what I love about this type of marinade. It really breaks down the meat so that it's just tender, as you can see, and it's so moist. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Until next time, bon appetit.